Well, you guys, this may not be good. Stick around to see how this YZ250 goes together. And stick around to the end of the video. See you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed. This may not be good for us. This may be good for us. Find out later on in the video. Father, what's up?
Look at the ball. On that side, you need a light, but...
Oh, what?
How are you going to put a wrench in that? You may be able to get a box in wrench on that one, but the one on the other side, there ain't no way. I mean, I tried. I mean, I got the wrench right here.
So we're going to figure it out.
I mean, there's no way they got them tight as they probably supposed to be. Because there's supposed to be a cap nut. I'm almost sure I'll go to Part Zoo here in a little bit and look, but pretty sure it's supposed to be a cap.
Starting to think that maybe a certain YouTuber on here that we're not going to name. I'm starting to think maybe he built this bike. He's got one of these YZs. I'm starting to think maybe he put this one together. Because everything else is just butchered. Like butchered. Like look, that's something he would have done. Just wire tie the exhaust on like that, and yeah. I mean, yeah, but if you're a broke person that can't afford things, then yeah, but we can afford $20 or $30 for a part. I mean,
if I can't afford it at the time, I'll wait until I can get it.
We can.
I mean, and then they put Loctite on. I'm like,
you know what we can't afford though?
Loctite don't mean it's gonna tighten for you.
You know what we can't afford though? Ready for this? We can't afford toggle switches. That's why we have to wire things the right way.
That's right. Oh my God.
Sorry, it's just too good. I could not. Jesus. I mean, it did come from California, so it went from California to another state, then to Indiana. I mean, you can't even sell this for $1,200. Oh, those are KDX.
And the thing is, I was gonna go down and buy them when I got the money. I was gonna buy them off them. I had to go down.
Probably a good thing. They're probably hotter than a motherfucker.
Bring them back here, and I keep you get put your $100 on.
I mean, they're probably hotter than fuck. And I don't mean fast. I mean stolen. Because most of this shit don't have titles. Well, dirt bikes, I need to say this because he will point this out if he watches this video, which this video ain't all just going to be poking fun, but I'm going to poke fun at him here and there in every video. But you don't need a title for a dirt bike or a four-wheeler. Those things get lost. They do come with them when you buy them new.
Yeah,
they come with them when you buy them new. But they get lost through the years of being sold and everything. It's very rare to have a dirt bike or a four-wheeler with a title. It's not a common thing. It's nice. It's really nice.
The older they get, you know what I mean?
It's really nice, and you can get one. Here in the state of Indiana, it's easy to get titles for things, as long as it's not hot or stolen or
bank owned.
Or bank owned, yeah. But I'll bring you guys back when he gets the jug off, because he's gonna have to fiddle with these bolts and such. I don't think you guys want to sit on my arm for an hour while he does this. It's actually warm enough where I'm just wearing this little, like, I don't know what you call these, short sleeve jacket, vest. There we go, vest. I'm not a smart man, you guys. You guys haven't noticed.
That death threat, man, you had to get some Kevlar.
Yeah, I mean, that death threat, I had to get Kevlar and camo. I mean, because it is camo. It's like it looks black on the screen, but it's actually like green. But yeah, it's just because I don't wash it. I mean, I don't wash like my hair and my facial hair and stuff. No need. We don't have water here. Like, yeah. That's why my hair looks all mad all the time. Yeah, if you want to donate to Warren This Pour for Water Fund, here's a link down below. I'll see you guys in a minute. And we are back from your commercial break to watch Dad pull.
Downstroke. Give me a second.
I am not good at this because Austin, which is me, is like a hammer. I'm not delicate or gentle. We did go through it because there's a green gasket.
I want to get down there. There it is. How's the rings look? Be careful with the rings because they could be fragile.
Rings look alright.
It's still sleeve. I mean, looks good. I mean, you can see, dude. Look at all the antifreeze.
It's got a brand new crank on it. Don't add no up and down play.
Look at all the antifreeze. That's what he took it apart for. Look at that.
Look, yeah.
This is green. Look on here. That's green antifreeze.
It's antifreeze. Alrighty, you guys. So Dad's going to explain something real quick. I'm sure some of you might have picked up on it on that last clip. Explain. Alright.
Okay, look. Pull the jug off. First problem is, and it's never going to seal. There's no dowel pins, man. They didn't put the dowel pins. The dowel pins center the jug. That's why they're right here. I'll show you on my yz250 block over here. And you can tell they've never been in there. Look at that. So you put the jug on, it might soak for a little bit, but that jug can walk like this. If there's room around them studs, that jug can walk. So no matter how tight you make that seal, you ride it for a little bit, that jug can walk.
Yep.
It can do this.
It's
it can do this while it's running.
It's like a dowel pin or centering pin on a cylinder head. It's to keep everything true and from moving.
Right here, look. They're not in it.
I'm sure some of you picked that up on it.
They're not in it. Right here, well, this is the same thing.
It's the same thing except the older version.
Right here, look. That's the center of that jug. So that jug can't fucking, sorry, I'm cussing. That jug can't freaking rotate.
Ah!
Which breaks the seal. It can't, even if it seals, it's just gonna tear that gasket and move around.
Yep.
I'll try to sacrifice my two.
So, I want to point something out. Some people, this is exactly why some people, whether it be a classic car, a dirt bike, a fucking lawnmower, I'm sorry for cussing, but you shouldn't be working on things. If you don't understand how things work,
it's okay if people make mistakes.
You shouldn't do this. You just shouldn't. And then to sell it to somebody else, knowing that the work's not done correctly is wrong. It's just wrong. Some people, and there's plenty of people like that, they shouldn't be working on cars, dirt bikes, a BB gun. They shouldn't work on anything.
Now listen, I'm going to say this. I'm not guaranteeing that's the only reason that's leaking. But that is a reason for it to leak. Because the surface could be warped, the block could be warped. That one time they could have put two separate cases that was made 2 different times together and actually been cut a little differently so it don't let the jug sit flat. But I've used 2 cases before and never had a problem. But people say you will.
Okay. And I'm going to say this. Because Dad didn't say this, but I'm going to point something out. As son should point something out. The reason why I was mentioning the cases is because people say that them cases, their cast is one thing, then they're split. So they're machined to match the cases. Dad has done it before with 0 issues, but that does not mean that you can do it and get away with it. You can do things for many years, like Dad's fingers. You can do that something for many years and just one time have an issue.
I mean, the right way to do it, they say if you use 2 separate cases is you're supposed to have them true.
Yeah.
Even both sides true. Any sealing surface on it where that 2 meet need to be true. So where your jug goes on and where they meet together at in the center, you're supposed to have it true.
And I want to point something else out. On cases, we're talking about dirt bikes and stuff. Buy the gasket kit. Don't just put silicone on a freaking case. It's just stupid. It's not the right way to do that. Buy the gaskets when you split cases to put them together. Again, it comes back to you really shouldn't be working on things. You just put silicone. I know it says gasket maker, but it's not magic gasket maker. It don't just magically form a gasket. I mean, alrighty guys, I want to explain how this goes together. So this slides in like so. We'll slide in there, as you guys see. Then we're gonna slide this chunk in, but I'm not gonna record that. We're gonna put the nut, make sure this is tight. It's an Allen, thread on, and I'll bring you guys back, show you guys some more. Alrighty guys, so it's back together. As you guys can see, there's a lot more that goes on this. We'll put that on when it goes on the bike. But we should be able to watch it work. Ready? See it moving? Oh yeah. So I'll bring you guys back when we're putting this all back together. And alrighty guys, so Dad's cleaned all the old gasket off of this.
Look at that shit, man. I mean, they took a chunk out of it with a screwdriver.
Yep.
Look at this shit, man. The block's got a big old, I done did this head, but like right there, you can see the shiny spots, man. I mean, that's a shame.
Alright, you guys, as you guys just seen, me and Dad don't believe in taking a screwdriver.
It's a last resort. I mean, it's a last resort. If it will not come, but you got to be gentle. You can't just go jamming in there and just beating on it and shit. You have to be gentle with it, or this happens. I mean, that's what that's from. And look right there. That's where the water jacket is. So it might not ever seal up. Look, it goes almost all the way into the water jacket.
Yep.
And that's right there is where it's squirting the antifreeze out of.
Yeah, you guys, go for it.
Ready? Watch this. I should put on my finger across that. That's supposed to be smooth, right? That lip right there. Look at that. There's no way that that jug could ever seal on there. Look. That's why you don't use a screwdriver, guys.
Always stuff rags in when you're like getting all the old gasket material off that.
Yeah, I'll stuff a lot more in there. Yeah.
Alrighty, guys.
That nick right there, that's where it was leaking out before. I'm gonna just dab a little dab of silicone in that and see if it helps. I mean, this ain't like it's a brand new bike. I mean, he's not gonna want to spend another. This is just his woods bike to beat around his property on. So it's not like. I mean, he probably will buy a jug if he needs one, but if this was my bike, this is how I would do it. Just an old bike like this to run around the woods on. This is how I would do it. And then if you hold up for a second, I'll make sure you two-stroke pistons, rings don't rotate. They have locks. You have to make sure that the rings are in between the locks. Always remember that. That's perfect. Okay, ready to battle this shit. I should have put it up on the stand. It's been easier.
Always make sure you oil your.
Yeah, I put two-stroke. Make sure you use little two-cycle oil. I mean,
always oil your cylinders. Always.
You don't want to take a chance. I can't see shit.
Doesn't matter if it's a car, dirt bike, lawnmower.
Yeah, but if it's a two-cycle dirt bike, make sure you use two-cycle.
Yeah, if it's a two-cycle dirt bike, or anything two-cycle, use two-cycle oil. And like I said, you always put oil in a cylinder. I don't care. You need to do that. Metal on metal is not good in any case. I don't care.
You just, if it's a new engine, let's say that was a fresh bore and new rings, you don't use synthetic oil.
Yeah.
You never use synthetic oil to break an engine.
Yep. So remember that.
When you're dealing with rings.
When you're dealing with rings, yeah.
If I wasn't dealing with rings, then yeah, I would use synthetic oil.
But I'll bring you guys back. I don't know when.
I have to get two of my CR bolts.
Might bring you guys back. Here's a factory CR one. Here's the one they have on this YZ. See the difference? That's the new one we just went to bought the Rural King for $1. Now, I don't know why you didn't just go buy 4 of them for $1.
And they put lock washers underneath that. You don't want that on it unless your bike specifically comes with it, which is easy to find out. Go to Partzilla and look up a schematic. It'll show you every part and the order it goes in. And
schematics is all it is.
Yeah. Good.
You want to go crisscross, you guys.
Good. Yeah, star pattern like you're doing leg nuts or something. I mean,
you want that head, like anything else. You want that head to go down evenly.
But see, if you get to one and it's really loose all again all of a sudden, that means you got to start all over again. Go ahead and finish out your rotation, but then start over and do them all one more time.
And make sure you put the right size copper washers on these.
Yeah, these are a little big, but they're not as big as the other ones.
You had $5 you guys, so just blow. I don't have $5 anyways, but there's a T-Cat on Facebook Marketplace, which is one of my dream three-wheelers. Dad's always talked about how badass they were, them and the 350X three-wheeler. Anyways,
it's going to be a bear to start.
There's a T-Cat online. I'll put a picture of it right here. It's beautiful for $5. So I had the money, I'd go buy it.
That is going to be a bear to start. You better not get kicked back by that.
Oh yeah, I don't like Kickstarters because every one I've had, I've kicked it and I've slipped off and it's always busted me right in the fucking leg right here, and it hurts.
All right, this is what I was talking about. But you can go to any place like Partzilla. I don't know if you can pick that up. But you just pick your bike, whatever bike you got, as long as it's a common bike, you know what I mean? If it's a Chinese brand, you're just shit out of luck. And you can go in there and you pick just whatever you want. You want crankcase, click on crankcase. And it's going to show you the parts, every part in it, with a part number and a name. And it's going to show you the exact order and what they go in. So there's no need to buy climber books, unless you want torque spec shit, you know what I mean? But
even that you can find online.
Yeah, I mean, Partzilla, it used to be bikerbandit.com, but something about that guy took a bunch of his money or something, and...
You guys, I'm going to do a quick fix on the silencer. As you guys can see where it bolts on, it's broke. There's 2 holes drilled here. I'm just going to make a quick little plate that will rivet here and here. and then you can just bolt it to that plate for now. He'll combine those silencers down the road. I just don't like that it's wire tied up there. It's not. If I want to do it, I'll make a plate real quick, drill a hole in the center, and then nut and bolt it, and it'll be good as new. I'm not sure what brand this is. Just have a sticker there. I mean, as you guys can see, it's a rough silencer, but for a woods bike, it'll be fine. And then if he decides to buy those silencers, these are cheap enough and easy enough to switch out. So I'll bring those back, show you what I came up with. Simple little plate, some rivets. Alrighty guys, Dad's got the power valve installed and tightened down. So now everything's gonna work like it should. I think it's tight. Yeah, it's tight. Before you could just jiggle that up and down and all that kind of crap, and yeah, no, don't. So woohoo, bike's coming together. Alright, you guys, Dad's putting the exhaust on with 3 springs.
That's torture, dude.
Pain in the ass. Alright, you guys, so Dad just found a hack. This thing has 3 springs. It has a top spring, a bottom spring, and I think a side spring. Right?
Yeah, it's got 3 springs, yeah.
So, the bottom spring, put it on the jug first, and then pull it to the pipe.
Well, that's how you do them all, but you come in from the front with a pair of those pliers and get it and just put it in.
Explain what you had to do now.
Oh, okay. Well, let me get the screws on now. Sucker on a screw. He brought an aftermarket cable and twist throttle, and I would use this stock one, but this won't go on. It's different here, but
there's the brand right there.
Anyway, the stock speedo cable or throttle cable had to cut the tit off of it, the nipple off of it, to pull it back through. Then open up the opening in the adjustment here, so this cable could pop in it. Then I just had to open up this adjuster at the top to get the cable to slide down in it. But it works great, man.
Yeah, look.
I mean, I was like, I wouldn't use one of these on my bike, but I would now. I mean, but he said these stick. Look, he says you got to, I don't know if he's got one on another bike or what, but he said you have to push it back because it won't. Look, watch.
Huh.
So I mean, if you grab a hold of it and don't know what you're doing, you get fucked up.
You need to get some of those shrouds for your header for your bike. But I'll bring you guys back when it's all together.
Plastic things you talking about?
The metal things that wrap around your header tube.
Oh yeah.
The point of those is that way if you're running through the woods, they don't like ding and dent your shit. It's supposed to protect it. Now whether it really does or not, who knows? Now, are they good protection just to have? Yeah. Like on the LTZ, I'm worried about overheating. So I bought I bought a cap that has a gauge in it, a temp gauge, and then I bought an inline temp gauge that I saw on another YouTuber's video. And that's what we're gonna run. I wanna make sure that thing runs cool and good for the money I have in it. I do not wanna have to do this anytime soon because of my mistake. Ain't that right, Dad? You wanna get this thing running?
Dude, you go to work and get the money, son. If you're not gonna buy the parts to fix my car.
I mean, yeah, I can. I mean, I'd rather spend it on my girlfriend, but I guess I'll buy my 40-something-year-old dad stuff. So you guys, I made this little thing here, our roof leak, so it looks like a fucking muddy mosh pit here. But this bracket is gonna go like so on here. This bolt will be through here.
Until you get a rubber one, so it doesn't break in the hands.
Yeah, but for now it'll hold it up.
It came with belly wire.
It's supposed to be like this. Have one of these brackets here that swing out and lock in. It's on there, you guys, but he's going to have to buy a bolt kit and some other stuff. And
here, man.
I mean, look. So I'll bring you guys back when we're starting it. Alright, you guys. So this is the shit that actually came out of the crankcase, I should say. Don't let anybody say that running water or a leaky head gasket isn't a big deal, or run it like it is, because that's what happens to your oil. This is actually ATF is what they ran in this. That's what he wants ran in it, so that's what we're running. But oh, you guys can see that. There's bits and chunks of metal. Now that could be made from the power valve heating itself, or that could be from something else. Everything looked good.
But you know, the crank and everything everything was good. I mean, everything was tight. I mean, it's probably good to go. I mean, you're gonna have metal shapes in a motor, especially when you're beating on it. I mean, it's just.
And he beats on this. I'm sure.
I mean, I don't think he's worth that much.
That's mine right there.
All right, now what?
You go to start kicking it, turn the gas on, you're sitting there, and you're like, "God, it's leaking," and we're just pouring gas out of the carburetor. I mean, so either the plugs ain't working in, or it's fucking junk, or. I told the guy Kit was cheap, and he was like, "No, it's fine. Just do what you do."
So I'm gonna pull it apart. Pulling it apart, and I always put cardboard down before I take apart a carburetor. I just set you guys down. I just noticed something. Check it out. Broke off. I mean, that's been broke off for a minute.
And you can tell. Look at it. I mean, it's not shiny around it. I mean, there's gas all over it. I mean,
so somebody's been in this the whole time. Bring you guys back when it's apart. So we're idiots. That was not a broken bolt. That's actually a locating pin.
yeah.
So, like I said, we don't know everything. We don't pretend to know everything.
I don't know why they're not doing shit.
This has been happening for decades. It blows my mind that Ford has not figured out how to not make their aluminum oxidize. And
Kids, don't try this at home.
It's not doing shit, man. It's literally like it ain't got no needle valve in it.
A little bit of damage down here, no biggie. I like the cylinder, yes, with the curved tires, it was some rubber. Now here's what I
So it's blowing right by it.
His taillights are
I need paid on this fucking job, dude. It's gonna turn into him needing a needle watch.
The trim piece is still there, and it's cracked right
They're all over
here.
here.
I can hit that up and fix it, and it's missing the actual wheel. The spare is on it. Is the actual wheel here? Look at it. It's brakes now. I know that. That's
Don't use dikes on a pin either, guys.
going back.
You know those pliers.
I just grabbed it gently. I mean, look, I'm just barely touching it. I just wanted to hold on to it.
There.
Here, man. Now this cardboard. I don't like how this cardboard is, but
Power shutting. No, it's XLT stuff. Look at that's that. See?
Didn't know we'd be doing a full fucking carburetor exam.
what the fuck is?
And the flakes off, and then you have it starting there. It's such a stupid Ford.
What the fuck is in there? Look in there. Is that something made in there? Or is that crud? That's crud. Or broken something. See that copper-looking motherfucking piece? That's the. Yeah, that's something, all right. That's the fucking end of the needle jet. That's broke off. It ain't want to come out of there, but.
It's a smoker's car, clearly disgusting. It doesn't smell like a smoker's car, which is really bad to me saying that. Hey,
6 hours later. Look at some beautiful Mickey Thompson valve covers.
Let's try this.
check engine light on, I'm assuming it's been exhausted. None of your like extra options of the heat seats.
It's still in there. Okay.
But it's just like, what's up the weather? This main passenger, try to find these.
You know those pliers? What?
Alright, so we have power, it started, do a drive.
There it is.
I've been chatting for a long time.
That's exactly what that is. That's the end of the I may have one, but then again, I may not. I mean, I'll give you one out of my carburetor if I need to. I got a YZ carburetor out there the same year. So that's got to be what that is, though. Come on, I don't want it broke, dude. I don't want it broke, dude.
And that's all cooling. Yeah, alright, turn it around and go into the trailer. That's all cooling right there, and I can smell it. And you hear that right there? That's not good.
Be very gentle with this stuff, guys.
Did I leave it running when we were looking at all the other cars? Oh, shoot.
Because I'm willing to bet. And alrighty, guys, I want to point this out like Dad just pointed at me. Sure, some of you guys are like, why didn't you just pull the floats off? Well, because they got these little plastic like keepers, and we don't have a carb kit for this. He didn't want to buy a carb kit, so you pull them off, you break them.
I mean, tell the guy you got to buy a carb kit because didn't know I could blow that hard. Wink, 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 wink.
All that time in jail.
I'm sure if you ask Beamer, you know.
All that time in jail.
Oh, that'd be where my nice one right there.
Tell me your sob stories. I know don't. Please don't. I'm not going to give it to you. I'm going to give it to somebody that really needs it. So I think you should try to cool it. That's a good dude. I just can't resist.
Works, don't it?
Yep.
All right, let's slap her back together.
Alright, you guys can't see my face. I want to point this out. I am by no means an expert at doing this. I suck at doing this. Had a lot of experience on this. I'm learning. So go ahead and make fun of me and laugh because I'm an idiot.
the heat makes it warm up faster and then it dries fast. So we're actually working, we're going to kind of speed up our process when we use too much harder. Now it's fall, so I can use a small amount of harder in that spot. I don't need too much Bondo, and then I'm going to mix it. The other thing I just set it to there's some body fluid with no harder, there's some body fluid with harder. If I use this to mix it up, I'm going to get these hard pieces in the body. I'm not going to get a smooth apply this. So I always use a stir stick to just kind of spread the harder in the body fluid, and then I use my knife to make it pretty smooth. Just keep flipping it back and forth until it's consistent, and you won't see any.
Alrighty, you guys. So I'm gonna end this video here on this. Get my damn flag out of the way. Flag's always in. I'm gonna end this video here on this bike. Find out tomorrow. We'll take it out and we'll see if we fix the issue. Ride around a little bit, and we'll see. I highly recommend if you guys start a dirt bike in your garage, or even a four-wheeler, even a car, open your doors up. Don't do what we do. We are not. This is for entertainment. That's what this is for. One more thing I want to add on this before we end this video. There will be a part 2 of Dad riding this bike. I'm not going to ride it, but he can ride it. But there'll be a part 2 tomorrow or whenever. Like, me and Dad got our own little dirt bikes and four-wheeler projects around here. So if you like dirt bikes and quads, stick around. Yeah. So stay tuned for part like 6,000 of this bike. You know, if we fixed it or if we're pulling side cases apart, because we're too fucking stupid to start a dirt bike and see if it leaks. Which I would freely admit we're stupid. We do this for entertainment purposes, not necessarily to teach. So feel free to laugh at us, joke at us, drink a beer, and call us stupid. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.